Good morning, students. How are you? Welcome again in our political science class. We are doing chapter 1, Constitution, Why and How. In our last class, we have done the authority of a constitution, in which we have seen a constitution can gain authority only when it is effective. And how a constitution can be effective? There were some factors on which it is dependent, like mode of promulgation, how constitution came into being, then substantive provisions of constitution, what are the provisions that give people some reason to go along with, and then third is balanced institutional design, distribution of power among the organ of government so that no can subvert the constitution. Then only the constitution will be effective. Today we will discuss how the Constitution of India was made. So let's start with the topic, how was the Indian Constitution made? Constitution was made by the Constituent Assembly, which had been elected for undivided India. It held its first sitting on 9 December 1946. Before independence, Constituent Assembly as Constituent Assembly for divided India on 14th August 1947. Means 9th December 1946 first meeting was held in 9th December 1946, and then partition was done, and second sitting was on 14th August 1947. Its members were elected by indirect election by the members of the Provisional Legislative Assembly that had been established in 1935. You must have read in your history that in 1935 a provincial election was held in which Indians also participated, and in some part of country Indians got elected. Those representatives who were elected in 1935 provincial legislative assembly election, they were the members of Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly was composed roughly along the lines suggested by the plan proposed by Committee of British Cabinet known as the Cabinet Mission. That means Cabinet Mission, a British Cabinet, a British committee suggested a line on which our Constituent Assembly was composed. According to this plan, Cabinet Mission plan, each province and each princely state or group of states were allotted seats proportional to their respective population, roughly in the ratio of 1:10 lakhs. 1:10 lakhs. Okay? So each province or each princely state were allotted seat in proportion in ratio of 1:10 lakh population. As a result, the province that were under direct British rule were to elect 292 members, while the princely state were allotted a minimum of 93 seats according to the population, and on the ratio of 1:10 lakh seats were allotted, and thus princely states were allotted 93 seats, while province under British rule were allotted 292 seats. The seats in each province were distributed among the three main communities: Muslim, Sikh and General, in proportion to their respective population, in the area where Muslims were in majority, seats were allotted to them, and in the area where Sikh were in majority, the seats were allotted to them, and likewise General, in proportion to their respective population. Members of each community in the Provisional Legislative Assembly elected their own representative by the method of proportional representation with single transferable vote. And what is PR system? Proportional representation with single transferable vote. We will discuss in our next chapter. The method of selection in case of representative of princely state was to be determined by consultation. These were the plan given by British Committee, or you can say the Cabinet Mission. Composition of Constituent Assembly. How Constituent Assembly composed? As a consequence of the partition, under the plan of 3 June 1947, those members who were elected from territories which fell under Pakistan ceased to be member of Constituent Assembly. The members in the assembly were reduced to 299, of which 284 were actually present on 26 November 1949. पार्टीशन की वजह से जो एरियाज़ पाकिस्तान में जाने थे, तो वहाँ के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थे वो हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के मेंबर नहीं रहे, और इस तरह से जो टोटल नंबर 385 का था, 292 प्लस 93 मेंबर्स, उनमें से सिर्फ 299 मेंबर्स जो थे वो रह गए हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में, और उनमें से भी 284 वर एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट ऑन 26 नवंबर 1949 एट द day of signing the Constitution. The Constitution was thus framed against the backdrop of horrendous violence that the partition unleashed on the subcontinent. और इस तरह से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हमारा एक बहुत भीषण वॉयलेंस के साथ बना, बट इट इज़ अ ट्रिब्यूट टू द fortitude of the framers that they were not only able to draft a constitution under immense pressure, but also learned the right lesson from the. Although the members of the assembly were not elected by universal suffrage, there was a serious attempt to make the assembly a representative body. Members of all religions were given representation under the scheme described above. In addition, the assembly had 26 members from what were then known as the scheduled caste. In terms of political parties, the Congress dominated the assembly, occupying as many as 82% of the seats in the assembly after the partition. यूँ तो हमारी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली थी वो उसमें जो हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थे वो यूनिवर्सल सफरेज के थ्रू इलेक्ट नहीं हुए थे, लेकिन कोशिश ये की गई थी कि ये एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बॉडी हो और सभी रिलीजन के लोगों को इसमें रिप्रेजेंटेशन दिया गया था कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान के अकॉर्डिंग। इस असेंबली में 26 शेड्यूल कास्ट को भी जगह दी गई थी और 82% सीट्स कांग्रेस डोमिनेट कर रही थी। द कांग्रेस इटसेल्फ वाज सच अ डाइवर्स पार्टी दैट इट मैनेज्ड टू अकोमोडेट ऑलमोस्ट ऑल शेड्स ऑफ ओपिनियन विद इन इट। क्योंकि उस वक्त कांग्रेस ही एक मेन पार्टी थी, तो जितने भी आइडियोलॉजीज़, इवन वो डिफरेंट आइडियोलॉजीज़ भी अगर थे तो भी वो सारे कांग्रेस पार्टी को ही ज्वाइन करते थे और इसलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी में सारे शेड्स थे ओपिनियन के। डिफरेंट ओपिनियंस वर देयर इन कांग्रेस पार्टी इटसेल्फ। नाउ द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डेलिबरेशन। द अथॉरिटी ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन comes from the procedure it adopted to frame the constitution and the values its member brought to their deliberations. While in any assembly that claims to be representative, it is desirable that diverse sections of society participate. It is equally important that they participate not only as representative of their own identity or community. Each member deliberated upon the constitution with the interest of the whole nation in mind. जो भी इसमें रिप्रेजेंटेटिव थे वो केवल अपने आप को सोचकर इसमें पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर रहे थे, बल्कि वो उन सारे लोगों के बारे में सोचकर, उन सारे लोगों को जिनको वो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे थे, होल नेशन को माइंड में रखकर, होल नेशन के इंटरेस्ट को माइंड में रखकर वो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे थे। देयर वर ऑफन डिसएग्रीमेंट अमंग्स्ट मेंबर, बट few of these disagreements could be traced to members protecting their own interest. इस पार्टिसिपेशन में बहुत सारे डिसएग्रीमेंट भी थे मेंबर्स के बीच में, और ये सारे जो डिसएग्रीमेंट थे वो खास करके जब भी ये सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट की तरफ ये डिस्कशन जाता था तभी इस तरह के डिसएग्रीमेंट्स सामने आते थे। इंडिया अडॉप्ट अ सेंट्रलाइज्ड और डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। व्हाट शुड बी द रिलेशन बिटवीन द स्टेट एंड द सेंटर? व्हाट शुड बी द पावर ऑफ द जुडिशरी? Should the Constitution protect property rights? Almost every issue that lies at the foundation of the modern state was discussed with great sophistication. Only one provision of the Constitution was passed without virtually any debate: the introduction of universal suffrage. बहुत सारे प्रोविज़न्स को लेकर जो लेजिटिमेट डिफरेंसेस जो थे प्रिंसिपल्स के, उनको लेकर डिबेट हुआ और इसमें ओपिनियंस जो थे वो कि क्या इंडिया को सेंट्रलाइज सिस्टम अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए गवर्नमेंट का या डिसेंट्रलाइज सिस्टम। फिर ये भी था कि स्टेट्स और सेंटर के बीच में रिलेशन क्या होगा, इसको भी लेकर डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन था। जुडिशरी के पावर को लेकर था। प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स, क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो ज़मींदार्स थे वो इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में थे, तो इनके पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट भी वहाँ पर आ रहे थे। तो ये बात भी थी कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स को क्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रोटेक्ट करेगा। इस तरह के बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स जो थे, बहुत सारी चीज़ें डिस्कस हुई, लेकिन एक चीज़ डिस्कस नहीं हुई और वो थी यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज। बता सकते हो क्यों? क्योंकि ये ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड था बिफोर independence. Our leaders had promised the citizen that whenever we will get independence, there will be equal voting right for all. So this topic was not discussed. That means there were consensus on universal adult franchise. So while the members felt no need at all to discuss the issue of who should have the right to vote, the importance of public reason was emphasized in the Mandans procedure of assembly as well. The Constituent Assembly had 8 major committees on different subjects. How many committees? Constituent Assembly had 8 major committees on different subjects. Usually, Jawaharlal Nehru, Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Maulana Azad और Ambedkar chaired these committees. These were not men who agreed with each other or on many things. ये सारे लोग जो कमेटी के मेंबर थे डिफरेंट 8 कमिटीज़ के, ये सारे ऐसे नहीं थे कि उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब हर मैटर पे वो एग्री करते हों एक दूसरे से। आम्बेडकर हैड बीन अ बिटर क्रिटिक ऑफ द कांग्रेस एंड गांधी। बी आर आम्बेडकर वो कांग्रेस और गांधी के सबसे बड़े क्रिटिक थे, अक्यूजिंग देम ऑफ नॉट डूइंग इनफ फॉर द अपलिफ्टमेंट ऑफ शेड्यूल कास्ट। और वो क्यों क्रिटिक थे? क्योंकि उनको लगता था कि कांग्रेस और गांधी ये बहुत ज़्यादा शेड्यूल कास्ट के अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए जितना करना चाहिए उतना नहीं कर रहे हैं। उनको शिकायत हमेशा रहती थी। पटेल एंड नेहरू disagreed on many issues. Nevertheless, they all worked together. भाई आपको पता ही है पटेल और नेहरू इनमें भी बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन थे, लेकिन फिर भी ये सारे इन्होंने मिलकर एक साथ काम किया। Each committee usually drafted particular provisions of the Constitution, which were then subjected to debate by the entire assembly. हर कमेटी ने उन प्रोविजंस को जो उनके दायरे में आते थे उन पर डिबेट किया, और ये डिबेट पूरी असेंबली में सारे मेंबर्स के बीच होती थी। यूजुअली एन अटेम्प्ट वॉज मेड टू रीच अ कॉन्सेंसस with the belief that provisions agreed to by all। और कोशिश ये होती थी कि सब जो है सब डिबेट के बाद सब उस पॉइंट पर कंसेंसस में हो, सबकी सर्वसम्मति हो, सबके थ्रू वो प्रोविज़न एग्री किया जाए। पर सब्जेक्ट टू द वोट, बट इन ईच इंस्टांसेस एवरी सिंगल आर्ग्यूमेंट, क्वेरी और कंसर्न was responded to with great care and in writing। कुछ जो प्रोविजंस थे उनमें जब कंसेंसस नहीं बन पाया तो उन पर वोटिंग की गई कि मेजॉरिटी वोट के थ्रू उसको डिसाइड कर लिया जाए। लेकिन हर क्वेरी, हर आर्ग्यूमेंट को बहुत ही ध्यान से रिस्पॉन्ड किया गया और सब कुछ लिखा गया। द असेंबली मेट फॉर 160 days, 66 days, sorry. So, for how many days assembly met? This is important. For how many days assembly met? Assembly met for 166 days. In 3 years, almost 3 years, 2 years, 11 months and 18 days, in which 166 days the assembly was held. Press and the public alike. Here so many things, new things you came to know. So hope you enjoyed. You all enjoyed. Enough for today's topic. We will conclude our chapter in our next class. So go through your book, read the book carefully, and if there is any query, you are always welcome. Thank you and have a nice day.